sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and you'll win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass.
And he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Salmon Oskin, third win of the season.
He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to round number 10 of season number 1 of the NOFSRL BodyArmor Cup Series here. We are at the Watkins Glen International Raceway, the premier road course in North America here. This was Saturday afternoon for the BodyArmor 355, split in the middle here of Saturday's action of Lake Effect Ice Cream Super Glen Week. Obviously, we've had the Home Depot Pro Series, we had the Haas IndyCar Series, Turkey Hill Series, all the good stuff here this weekend. Got the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race coming up right after this one here today. So it's definitely been a weekend full of great racing here, coming off of that epic last Sunday that we had here up at Michigan International Speedway. Joined here alongside Napa Fan here again this weekend, and obviously, we've already had a pretty good weekend worth of racing here, and I definitely feel like, we're definitely going to see that continue here as this day rolls on.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, the IndyCar races that we had last night and also just less than an hour ago were excellent. But now we're transitioning on to the stock cars. We got BodyArmor Cup Series, Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and New Era Cup Series coming up here, all on this version of the Watkins Glen International, and I think this is going to be a great race. Obviously, it's going to be very intense out here. The cars are going to be a little bit slower than the cars, but they have a lot less grip, and the exit to turn 11 is definitely a key point on this race course. If they go in there with a little bit too much power, and they're going to hit that outside wall, and we can see a lot of passes being made. Of course, we could also see some wrecks from anyone who does that on the racetrack, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. But we're in store for another great one here during Super Glen Week here in the NOFSRL.
Should definitely be an exciting one here. Now we're going to take a look at the points here heading into round number 10. Fresh off of that weekend in Michigan, obviously you had Josh Williamson winning that race, locking in his Season 2 reserve, so now he's got a 14-point lead in the points. Him and Olvera kind of starting to separate again. Yo's at 53 points. He's almost 30 points off the leader, and then that's where the gap really starts after that to show. Thomas Lipscomb, after a stellar run last Sunday at Michigan, moves his way up to 4th in the points. He's still 40 points off the lead. He's gaining. You got Alphaby, who slid back to 5th. He has gone silent here. I don't think he's had points for about 4 or 5 weeks now. You got Scott Upton, Brandon Nelson, both the Stuart Grattan cars there. And then obviously on the owner's side, the constructor side here too, you had your Cohen Racing with that second win. They opened up a little bit of a gap on American Motorsports, Otter Island Motorsports. It's starting to both sides of this, you're starting to see that separation here as we hit the midway point of the season. Obviously, we got this race next Saturday. We got the Tequila Patron Brickyard 400, and then we go back road course racing after that at the Motorola Grand Prix of Lime Rock. But cars are going to set to pull off here. Now, this is going to be a bit of a long pace lap here around this 3.5-mile road course here in the Finger Lakes. See if everybody gets off the grid here. Looks like everybody does. Just a little bit of a slow start there by some. Taking a look, there's everybody rolls off the grid here. It'll be a long build up here. They're going to go up through the S's. This is definitely going to be an interesting passing zone. We saw AJ Allmendinger once made this work. Scored a win there. It is definitely one of the hardest spots on this track to nail. You gained a Bentley reward for it. You head down the long back straightaway. The big difference here from what the Cup Series uses, there's no right, left, right into that bus stop.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of the key spots on this racetrack for passes. You get such a pull on that back straightaway that entering through the carousel, you're going to sling right to the inside, make moves on the guy in front of you. So definitely going to be a huge passing opportunity for the field here. It'll definitely be a pivotal part on this racetrack.
So you go through that carousel there, you go down into the booth here. Obviously, this is a very high-speed technical part of this racetrack. That long first left-hander. Head down through the short straightaway into with a toe to the boot. Seen a lot of Grand Am IMSA races here decided in this portion of the track. Things can get really tight down here. Make that long 180-degree sweeping right-hand turn. Head down through the long, I guess you could call it a back straightaway. And they head down into the heel of the boot.
Yeah, this is definitely another huge opportunity for passes to be made. A lot like the back stretch. This little front stretch in the boot here allows for a bit of a toe right into the heel, and that inside lane sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't, but a great passing opportunity here at Watkins Glen.
Obviously, you come out of there, you got the couple of 90-degree left, 45 90-degree turns here. The left, the right, back out on the front straightaway, but 16 laps, 1 pit stop, about lap 8 to 10 is where the fuel window. Who's going to get this done here today in the BodyArmor 355?
I'm looking at Alexander Rowe, starting on the outside pole right there in the Marine machine. An outside lane has definitely been the preferred line at the start of these races, and Alexander Rowe, definitely a seasoned veteran with the NOFSRL.
Well, here we go, though. Davis and Rowe, they lead us to the green. We're road course racing in the Finger Lakes region. Off the jump, that 8-car Alexander Rowe, so by adios, leaves Dustin Davis in the dust as he just did not start there down the inside. And I got the 22. Someone who did get a good start, though, Angel Olvera, he was jumping all over there, already up to 4th, top 4 single file. See that 40-car, Usman Hamid lost a little bit of time as they head down the long back straightaway here into the carousel for the first time today.
Yeah, gonna look right there. I think Dale Lightning gonna make a move to the inside in the back of the field. He was peeking there on the 40 machine of Usman Hamid, but could not quite get there. Generally single file throughout these top few positions, but I don't think it's going to stay that way for long. We're going to have a battle right there for around the 7th position.
We got the first battle on track. Ooh, Olvera's going to dive down to the inside of Brock Nelson. See if he can get that 75 to the inside. Obviously, would love to win for his sponsored race here at 45. Dive down there to the inside, heading into the heel of the boot. Slings it down in there, hits the curbing, not going to get the run he needs.
Looks like Brock Nelson's going to get the advantage right there on the number 22 machine, and right behind them, Igor Barreto, who has had a good weekend so far. I'm not going to give much away because I know you're in that series, but Igor Barreto had a good run earlier in the IndyCar race, and we'll have to see if he can carry that momentum over here in the stock cars of the BodyArmor Cup Series.
Definitely could use a good run here today. Watch the first time coming off of 11. Just avoided the wall there coming out of turn number 11 here. Everybody looks like they made it through the first lap. See, I don't see anybody out of the race here so far. Alexander Rowe still leading them up here through the the right-hander of the 90-degree. Hit the S's. He's got a little bit of a gap over 70 cars broken away from the 22 to 75. Top 4 single file for Fitzy. Dale Lightning has a bunch of dodges there right in the middle. Jonathan Logan in 10th. We got Steve Truck in 11th. Single file here so far, most of the field. Everybody playing it calm early in the going. Guess everybody just trying to get the feel of things early on here in the early going of this race.
Yeah, it's good to not be too aggressive earlier on. I mean, obviously we saw what being too aggressive was like in the IndyCar series earlier on in both races. So these guys definitely want to play it safe earlier on, but at the same time too, it's difficult to actually go side by side through a lot of the parts on this racetrack. I mean, it's the nature of the racetrack. You got to have a move right here, there, as Hamid moves to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. I believe down the straightaway, that number 40 machine is going to clear the 0-8 for position.
Fitzy just slid wide there, coming into the boot there. He's going to be under fire from Dale Lightning. No attack there by the 27, but Fitzy got a whole quartet of dodges there. Just rounding up the bottom of the top 10. Now Fitzy wants his spot back, goes to the inside of Hamid. Heading through turn 9. Now they're heading down to turn 10. You want to get this pass done quickly. Don't want to be on the outside for 11. Hamid's going to slide wide. Fitzy's going to get the spot, I think.
Oh yeah, easily going to get the spot right there on the outside, but he's going to have a really bad angle entering the corner. Going to go a little wide, so nothing too drastic there, but very good move there out of Zachary Fitzwater, holding off Usman Hamid there for the 6th position on the racetrack right there.
Meanwhile, up front, as the guys in the midfield are battling, see the top 4, they're not really separate. They're separating themselves. They're not from the field. They're not really closing in, but they're not closing in on each other. They're holding the rest of the field. Loretta's kind of stuck out in fifth. We got Fitzy, Hamid, Azam, Lightning, Jonathan Logan, Troxel, his teammate, sitting there in 10th. Durrani trying to make a move down the long back straightaway here. The Watkins Glen International Speedway heading through that carousel. 55, 48 Lipscomb, that's Johnson. Then you got Chase Harris. Everybody looking, playing calm so far. No incidents so far early on the phone. Early out of the race. Failures or anything. Look though, back up front. Still a top three. Their lead is definitely growing over the rest of that pack.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Those top four guys definitely have a bit of an advantage on the rest of the field. But even Alexander Rowe in the 8, I think he has a bit of an advantage on everybody in this race. Number 8 pulling out to about a second lead at this point. And Brock Nelson, he may have a bit of an advantage here on Dustin Davis here for the second position. And number 22 is right there to the inside through turn 9. Looks like he's going to make the position change on the number 70.
Goes Nelson in the 22. He's had a quiet season. Obviously won the BodyArmor Bash back at Daytona, but other than that, hasn't done too much this year. He would definitely love to get Davenport family racing their first win.
Yeah, that was a tight one right there, but it looks like Dustin Davis going to hold the advantage for the second position for the time being. Angel Oliveira, though, also behind those guys, and all that battling for seconds, allowing Alexander to scoot away with this thing for the time being. If I'm not mistaken, we do have a cycle of pit stops around lap 9, lap 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we should be midway through, a little past halfway in this race. We'll definitely see pit stops occur here. See, we got a battle here for the last point Spain spot. It's Lightning, Troxel, and Logan. 2 Velocity-Star Racing entries, 1 Ryan Racing Machine in the 27. A lot of guys there trying to just, those 3 guys there trying to grab that last points paying position, hold on to it. So we do inch close to those pit stops. Back up front, Rowe just absolutely loving Davis and Nelson going side by side. He opened that lead up, I think, the second in a lap. He's definitely got a fast Taco Bell here. Davis is just trying to hold on to that 22 car. 75, just lurking in there, trying to tick off as many, just ticking off laps, trying to gain his points back that he lost to Williamson last week. Everybody heading down the back straightaway. That gap to, see, Beretta's closing back in, but he's still just hanging out there in no man's land, sort of in 5th. Back up front so far, nobody stopping that 8 car so far. Alexander Rowe, definitely the man to beat here.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. Definitely getting a little bit of practice for Chick-fil-A Cuthberts later on, where he's still battling for that championship, looking to close in on Nathan Baird on the point. So we're going to get a good run for that race, and practice you can get for that, and even here, he definitely wants to be giving those 25 points towards the championship in this race. I don't think we've really seen too many people overshoot that final corner.
Oh,
and just as I say that, Hagar Beretta wishes I didn't say that right there. Number 51 going to overshoot, and so did Fitzwater, and there goes Hammond to the inside for the 6th position, and it looks like the 7-2 Vic1 Haslam might also take a position there from Zachary Fitzwater.
He's got to be careful, too. Dale Lightning in the 27's also up his flank. See, Troxel got by Logan. He just slid that turn 11 a little too much, a little aggressive, paid for it hard there. Not too badly damaged, but see up front. Now, Dustin Davis closed about half a second that lap on the 8 of Alexander Rowe, so that's worth noting. He's definitely closing back in. These two separated themselves a little bit from Angel Oliveira. Seems to not quite have a good long-run car that he needs here. Oh, here they go into the boot. Hamid, Lightning, Fitzy, everybody's getting all trying to get around the 08. I don't know how bad he damaged that car. Oh, Dale Lightning. It'll be 3 wide in the boot.
Off the corner right here.
Oh, here they go down into the toe. I don't know how they're making this stick. Dale Lightning absolutely forcing that 27. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to take out his teammate with him. Say that. Dale Lightning looking on a mission here. He just got by Fitzy. Now he wants to get by the 72 of his teammate has him. You got 5 guys all under a blanket here trying to battle. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 all here. Got to look now. The Canadian Keegan Thompson, Thomas Lipscomb, Nathan Faden. Make a mistake here. You got a whole bunch of guys behind them looking to pounce.
Yeah, you definitely do. Fitzwater definitely lost a lot of ground right there. How about teammates right here? Iquan Haslam going to shoot up the racetrack, tap the ball just a little bit Dale Lightning, I tell you, man, he's just going places, and he's to the inside of Usman Hamid as well, and for the race lead. Looks like Alexander Rowe overshot the corner. Here comes Dustin Davis for the top position on the number 8.
Alexander Rowe completely pummeled the wall in that 8 machine. That's going to open the door for Davis and Brock Nelson in the 70 and the 22. Maybe Olvera, but here they come heading down the back straightaway. Rowe just doesn't have the speed he's going to need now. Davis going to go easy to the inside. Nelson's going to follow him. They race down the back straightaway.
Watch out for Brock Nelson here.
Oh,
man, they're closing in on each other there, but side by side into the carousel. Brock Nelson going to close right on this lead battle as well if those guys going side by side. But that's what we were talking about. Turn number 11. It's just such a treacherous corner. This guy's got to be careful. Alexander going to hold on, though, on the inside of Dustin Davis for the race lead.
Now, Brock Nelson was like, who cares about trying to take the lead? He wants to get second and then the lead and do it all the hard way. He's going to go around the outside in 7. Can't quite get the run. Davis is going to try to get around, clear Nelson, and then go to Rowe. They come down the back straightaway, heading into the Alexander Rowe completely pummeled the wall. Does not have as fast a speed, but these two in the 70 and the 22 just cannot stop racing each other. Putting on a good show here so far. It's going to be interesting to see if Rowe can get through turn 11 as quick as he needs to. He's got 2 guys flanking in the 22 and the 70, all looking hungry there to gain position. A couple guys here in the top 5 definitely pummeled the wall, but it is worth noting. I guess these 2 could also be sitting there thinking, even if they don't get by Rowe right now, there is no way Alexander, as they say that, he's coming down to pit road.
And how about Brock Nelson getting around the 70 for the race lead? So Nelson going to take the race lead away, and I think the damage on the A machine might have just been a little too much. Someone else also coming down the pit lane. Doing a little bit of a shortcut right here. Obviously, they have the damage. They might as well come down now while the pit lane is clear. Don't risk getting wrecked. And speaking of a wreck, there's someone around off of turn 11. I think that's Colton Yeo.
Oh, it's our points leader. Josh Williamson just spun around. Oh, that's going to be a big one here in the championship battle, especially given where Olvera's running. So you got Thomas Lipscomb. No, that's Chase Buck. Tough season for him continues. Colton Yeo, so 1st and 3rd in the points, comes getting an accident. Now they're going to be mired way back. See, Tristan Allen got in the wall as well. Replay will be on the bottom of the screen, and we'll go over it in the post race a little bit. Equan hasn't gotten the wall too, I see, but back up front is 2 red machines. It's Nelson and Dustin Davis. Olvera's now just kind of lurking in the back. Still doesn't seem to have as fast a car as these 2 do, but there's Nelson. He's going to slide it up just a little high in 7. He's going to get that run on the high side, though. Runs it down the back straightaway. Going to try and see if he can hold off Davis here. And obviously, these 2 have to be careful, too, because pit stops are going to be coming up here in about 2 to 3 laps, I'd imagine. Most of these guys are going to take in their stop.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the pit cycle plays out here for these guys. But you got the 22 there, holding on barely ahead of Dustin Davis. And you got to think, Dustin Davis started on the pole for this race. He's got the lead a lap here at Watkins Glen. Definitely feels like did not get a good start there. Wants to rebound from it. And definitely doing all he can to get around Brock Nelson here for the race lead. He may have a run to the inside of him right here. I think Nelson's going to overshoot. And here comes Davis looking to the inside. Does he have a run? That's the big question. Doesn't look like he will, but this thing is really tight up front as we got Barreto coming down the pit lane, and I believe Haslam also down.
You got a lot of guys who have some damage there coming into pit road, but up front here, race for the lead is on, heading, probably getting close to pit stops here. Davis and Nelson, probably 2 fastest cars here. Davis going to go to the right. Nelson holds the inside. They'll switch lanes for now through the S's. Davis going to try and get the run down the back straightaway. That might get him. Ooh, Nelson throws a big block
there by Brock Nelson. That 70, though, is going to try to peek to the inside in the carousel, I believe. Oh, he's going to stay right behind him. Run a little patient. Might try to put the bumper to him off the carousel here. We'll have to see. It's really tight. And all this battling for the race lead is going to bring in Angel Olvera. He's lurking there on the 75 with a shot if I was to get him this race victory.
That 75 car definitely doesn't need to do a lot right now. He just needs to sit there and let these 2 race each other, and then it's going to bring him right in. And don't look now. That 27 of Dale Lightning was the big winner of all those guys hitting the wall, because he's moved his way up to 4th. He was coming regardless, but that was a huge help to him. But back up front here, race for the lead still on Nelson, Davis, Olvera. We got 3 guys within just over a second split between them. Nelson's holding his line, though. He's definitely got it. He looks to have a little faster car here through most of the course. Definitely down in the boot, he's faster than Davis, but Davis up there through 1, 2 in the S's, and down the back seems to be faster, but see, Davis got a slow run off the corner. I think he's coming into pit.
Yeah, they might be getting ready to come down the pit lane right here. Interesting to see how it all plays out. Number 22 machine, he's going to come down, but Dustin Davis is going to stay out.
Oh, we got some split
And I would imagine here, yeah, that this number 22, Brock Nelson's going to get an advantage on these guys and come down a little bit early. Logan, a little loose there off the corner. He's going to lose a few positions right there.
Jonathan Logan hit that wall hard coming out of turn 11 there. Troxel got in the wall too at some point. Take a look here through the rest of the field, see what sort of strategy is playing out here. So we got Brock Nelson, the only one of the top leaders to pit. See Brett Sierra also pit and Fitzwater, but we're going to go back up front here. Chase race on for the lead here. Alexander, nope, not Alexander Ross, my bad. See guys who've already pit. Back up front, it's Davis and Olvera. They're still 1-2. Obviously, this is going to be interesting to see strategy-wise. You know, when Nelson gets out, he might have a 1 or 2 slow cars around, but he's going to have a pretty clear track for the most part on exit.
Yeah, he definitely will, and this cycle is definitely spreading out a lot more than I thought it would. So definitely interesting to see all the strategy plays that are going on here. But Angel Olvera's in a really good position right here. He's right behind the 70 machine there of Dustin Davis. Neither of these guys have any significant damage. They can come down the pit lane and get that pit stop done quickly. The big question is, how much of an advantage will Brock Nelson get because he came down before them? Obviously, he's going to have those fresh tires for a little bit longer than these guys, and that might give him a slight advantage on Dustin Davis and Angel Olvera.
Take a look here. See, Dale Lightman's also closed in a bunch. He's down under 4 seconds behind the leaders. It looks like he might even be closer. See how this pit stop cycle goes. I'm assuming everybody pits in. Take a look here, making the hard right down to pit road. Davis, Olvera, Lightning, everybody else making their pit stop here. Taking a look there, the rest of the leaders all darting down the pit road. This is where it's going to get interesting. Arthur Xavier hit the wall, and Scott Upton hit the wall.
And neither of them, I think, can make it to the pit lane. Here's Brock Nelson, and a clean racetrack ahead of him. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of an advantage he gets here on the rest of the field, but odds are he's going to end up being the race leader once this whole thing cycles through.
Let's take a look here. Battle. This is going to be the battle for the race lead. Got to watch along here as we see. Let's watch this 22 car, see where he comes out. He was obviously the leader when he pit in. Oh, he's going to be really, really close. He's going to be really close. Down through the right-hand 90-degree turn.
Oh boy, Dustin Davis, Angel Olvera gonna be right there on him. Now obviously, Nelson's gonna get a bit of an advantage here, but at this point right now, the 70 and the 75 have slightly better tires. They might be able to get a slight advantage here, and they're not even that far behind, so we could have ourselves a really close race for this race history here at Watkins Glen.
We're gonna have to see here. Obviously, you got the top 4. It's pretty much the top 4. These 4 guys here are going to settle it out. You got the Mopar, Nelson, the Toyota of Davis, another Toyota of Olvera, and the other Mopar of Dale Lightning. We'll take a look here through the rest of the field. Bronson Minnick's moved his way up to 5th. Thomas Lipscomb's in 6th. Troxel, Johnson, Uzmain Hamid, I believe is still on the lead lap. I could be wrong, but I think he's still on the lead lap.
I think everyone's actually still on the lead lap, interestingly enough. It helps when you got a long course like this.
Now, the only thing with Hamid, he did pit about lap 7, I believe. So he pit the earliest of these guys running up front. So I don't know if he can actually make the whole rest of the race.
Well, you got to think, this guy all came down. We had guys who stayed out and ran 9 laps. So when he came in on lap 7, then that would be 9 laps to go in the race, I do believe. So I would imagine as long as they packed it full of fuel all the way to the top, they should be good to go. Basically, and I mean, even had Arthur Xavier and Scott Upton who stayed out. I don't know if they got back around to the pit lane or not. Looks like they might have, but they definitely tried to get to the pit lane that last time around, but couldn't. So they were able to get back around. So that definitely shows that you can go 10 laps on a full tank of gas. So I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue for Uzmain Hamid, but we'll have to see if it does affect the speed down the road with the tire wear. But about See here, about a 3.5-second lead right now for Brock Nelson. He definitely pulled away on that lap compared to Dustin Davis and Angel Oliveira right there. To see if Davis and Oliveira can close in here for this race lead in the last few laps.
Obviously, time's definitely running out. They're still within a straightaway, but that is a little over 3 seconds that Davis is going to have to make up in about 5 laps. That is not, that's not a small amount of time. That is a lot of time to have to make up. Worth noting, too, actually, Alexander Rowe is back up to 5th. So after pummeling the wall, he's rebounded nicely. Lipscomb, Minnick, Uzmain Hamid, Thomas Troxel, Davey Johnson. I believe... No, well, no, actually, hold on. Nope, that's going to make Troxel and Davey Johnson, I think, the last spot. Once Xavier and Scott Upton are cycled out, and Oliveira went off the course.
It looks like he may have just gone off. A lot of damage right there in the 75. He's going to fall back to the 4th position right there, and Dustin Davis doesn't have to worry about him anymore, but that might actually hurt Dustin Davis. Those two guys could have actually helped each other out down the straightaways and pulled a bit of a draft on each other to help getting them a little more speed on Brock Nelson, but now that 22 only has to worry about Dustin Davis at this point, so we'll have to see if that ends up being the case here in these last 5 laps.
Now we're going to have to see here. Either way, this 22 car is straight on rails here. Ooh. Davis almost hits the wall. We're going to see the time gap at the line. It's going to be close to 3.5 seconds, I feel. Ooh, 4.5 seconds is the lead for Brock Nelson. 22 car for Davenport Family Racing on straight rails here today. He is just flying around the Watkins Glen National Raceway. He's got the 2nd fastest lap of the day. He is just flying around here. Clearly has the fastest, most dominant car here late in the going. Played the strategy pretty well, too. Came in a lap earlier than his immediate competition, and 4.5 second lead. Got about 4 laps to go here. It's definitely paying off for him, looking to try and get Davenport Family their first win of the season and get out of the cellar of the points here. Take a look here through the rest of the top 10. You got Davis in 2nd, Dale Lightning. Going to help him a lot in the points battle. Angel Oliveira, obviously he kind of slide off the track there, but even if he can get 4th with Josh Williamson not scoring, that's going to probably lead back to the points. You got Alexander Rowe, Thomas Lipscomb, another good weekend. Bronson Minnick, Davey Johnson, Uzmain Hamid, Thomas Troxel, the top 10. And then it's about 4 seconds back to Chase Harris, Keegan Thompson. Got a bunch of guys there with damage. Alphabet, Tristan Allen, Jonathan Logan, Justin Zidell, Igor Barreto, William Brock. Take a look here through the rest of the field. Obviously, the 2 Stuart Bratton cars having a bad day. Fitzy, just not a good day. Josh Williams gotten a wreck there. He's in 30th a week after winning. You got Colton Yo, Chase Buck rounding out the field. That's your full field rundown here. Crack lap 13 of 16 here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. And Dustin Davis is coming. He just closed a 2nd that lap.
Yeah, that's significant right there for Dustin Davis. We'll just have to see if he has enough time. It is 5 laps to go, that time by, so there's still a long ways left to go in this race to close up that gap right there. So definitely intrigued to see what Dustin Davis can do with it, but either way, Brock Nelson, all he's got to really do in this point is just run a clean race, and if he can do that, this race victory is going to be his. But like I said, it's far from over. If Brock Nelson overshoots that corner like we saw Alexander Rowe do earlier on in the race, Dustin Davis could be right there to strike for the race lead.
Now it's going to be interesting here. Now it did look like Davis ran a little bit wide coming out of the 90 in turn 1. So we'll have to see if that hurts him in the time, but he's still, you can see visually on track. He hasn't, if he did run wide, it didn't hurt him too bad, I don't think. They still look like they're close as they can be given how fast this 22 car has been. Ooh, big slide there. Lightning slid wide.
They're all sliding wide through the corner right there. You can see that line be taken there through turn number 7 like that, but that's the way these guys are taking it at the moment, interestingly enough. But guys, it looks like Alexander Rowe is kind of jamming his field up a little bit. Thomas Lipscomb right behind. Oliveira off the course again. He's still running there in the 4th position, but he's definitely been struggling in this one to handle that race car. But 3.2 seconds there for Dustin Davis in number 7 machine. We'll have to see if he closes in any more this time around.
That was not there a lap ago.
Doesn't look like it's slowing down too much.
And they're all in the wall.
Oh, there goes Oliveira.
Uh-oh, this could be a problem.
These guys are really starting to lose grip on these race cars, and Oliveira's going to lose positions in the 75 machine, but
yeah, he's going to lose
everybody
points.
overshot the corner that time around.
He's about to lose all his points. He's sitting there set to take up the points lead, exiting this race. And at the moment, he's only going to get 1 point. That's not even a guarantee because Usman Hamid in the 40 machine is closing. Oh, never mind, my bad. Usman Hamid is the last man in the points currently, so Keegan Thompson will be the first man trying to out that. 3rd to 9th in just a corner and a straightaway for Angel Oliveira. Tough tail of the tape for him. Brock Nelson, though. Brock Nelson got two there. So everybody, the grip has gone away on these tires across the board. Obviously, you got Pirellis on the 22. I think you got Continentals on the 70 and the 27. Just everybody losing grip here late in the going. And Alexander Rose definitely holding this field up because there is almost 8 seconds separating him and the 27 Lightning.
Yeah, that number 8, it's been tough to pass him. Alexander Rose definitely holding those guys up, but eventually I think we'll see the number 8, or should say the numbers 48 or someone behind finally make the move on Alexander Rose for that position, and that gap might start to close in there on Dale Lightning. But then again, Angel Oliveira also jammed those guys up as well after he overshot the corner that last lap around. And yeah, that turn number 11 there has definitely been
there he
major
goes
factor, and Dustin Davis did it again. He's pushing it in the number 7 machine at the stripe that time around.
Gained 500, so
gained a little bit right there, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. So intriguing to see what ends up happening here. It looks like Tom Slipson's come down the pit lane here.
We got Chase Buck in the 84. I think that's going to play too much into a factor, but that may slow the top, 2nd and 3rd up. But Brock Nelson, he's got halfway down the back straightaway.
It looks like Dale Lightning, he's closing in right there on the back bumper of Dustin Davis now. So watch out for the candy bar battle right here. I think the Twix might end up getting the advantage on the Kit Kat.
At 27, the Lightning trying to get a runner-up finish. He could definitely, regardless of the day, obviously it's been a pretty good day for both of these guys. Twix machine down the inside, gonna get that run down the first chute here into the boot. They're gonna head into the toe. Davis is gonna go get the run, cross over by the 27. And he's gonna get the run down there through the toe of the boot. They're going to be side by side on exit of the corner, and now this is basically going to all but seal the victory here for Brock Nelson, barring.
Not necessarily. You got to think, you got Lipscomb now in between. If Lipscomb closes in, Lipscomb just came off the pit lane. He's going to have fresh tires. He may actually get around Brock Nelson. That's going to slow the 22 up a little bit, and Dale Lightning, he's got a clean racetrack ahead of him here. That 27 might have a shot at getting this race victory if Lipscomb finds a way to the inside around the 22 machine.
Well, we'll have to see here. Chase Buck. Chase Buck.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Chase Buck just slid the 22 off the grass. Here they come. White flag final lap here at Watkins Glen. And the time gap at the line, it is down to only, let's see here, 2.49 seconds. So the gap did close a second that lap. I don't know if it's going to be enough. They're going to need something else to happen. Nelson miss a corner, overshoot it in the boot. They go the white flag, final time for the S's for Nelson. So he's got Lightning and Davis. Lightning separated himself from Davis. But he's going to try and hold on for 2nd here. Back straight away for the final time here today. Brock Nelson just absolutely dominating this race here. Once he took that undercut on the pit strategy, got the track position, and just set sail since then. Only hiccup looks to have been brushing the wall at some point here. Other than that, he has had a fast Davenport family Dr. Pepper machine here today. 27 Lightning just trying to hold on here to get 2nd, maybe push that last little bit. Gap's closed a bit. Looks to be under 2 seconds here, but barring a mistake from Nelson, I don't think anybody's going to get him at this point.
Yeah, and I'd like to apologize. There's actually Chase Buck there ahead of the 22 machine. I thought it was Lipscomb, but I couldn't really tell at the time. I know it was his teammate. But yeah, Brock Nelson, I think he's got this one in the bag, but then again, You never know. That turn number 11 is always treacherous, and with the grip going away on these cars, Dale Lightning's definitely done a good job through that corner. We'll have to see. He's right there. If that 22 makes a mistake off of turn 11, Dale Lightning might be able to surpass him for the race lead.
We'll see here. Final time through the right-hander of 11. He's gonna go down in there, slides it really wide.
Oh, that's really wide, but he's going to get it.
He's going to hold on anyway, and Brock Nelson dominates here and wins the Body Armor 355 today at Watkins Glen. Dale Lightning's going to round out second. Dustin Davis rounds out the podium. Take a look here. Battle for fourth. Lipscomb got by. Here they come at the stripe. I think Troxel got him too. I think Troxel might have got by Rowe at the line. Minnick. Oh, he did barely. Minnick is going to get 7th. Alphaby worked his way up to 9th. And Davey Johnson rounds out the final points paying position in 10th in that 55. He must have hit the wall somewhere because he was running up at about 5th. But a couple Mitsubishis. Olvera holds on, gets some points, won't get his points lead back. Rowe gets a salvages a run there despite hammering the wall. We got Lipscomb, another solid top 5 for him, working his way into points. And obviously, he's getting up there now. Going to be worth watching him. Take a look there. There's some other notables. William Brock, not a good day for him. Zachary Fitzwater continues his struggles. We got Robbie Newman. Brandon Nelson has been kind of quiet, and it's starting to hurt him here in the points. And Josh Williamson's going to come home 27th today. Durrani, Scott Upton. A lot of struggles here today for some of these big guys who have been up there in the points. Colton Yo isn't even going to cross the line. He's just going to head to pit road. Chase Buckton around out the field. But Brock Nelson, Dale Lightning, a Dodge 1-2 finish here at Watkins Glen. Got to say, one of the probably the most dominating win we've seen since Josh Williamson won back in Daytona on the road course here by Brock Nelson today.
Yeah, absolutely, but Brock Nelson had the benefit of Angel Olvera and Dustin Davis having their little incident, and Dale Lightning was coming. If there was one more lap, I think Lightning might have won, but didn't happen. Brock Nelson in victory lane here at Watkins Glen.
It's the first win of the year for Davenport Family Racing, trying to see if they can climb themselves out of the cellar of the owner's points here, but we're going to take a look. Obviously, we had the big incident there with Josh Williamson sliding across the front straightaway, and I think, no, that was about it. We got that one, and yeah, it was the Josh Williamson incident that got a bunch of guys involved there. We'll take a look at that here, though, see that replay, and see what happened there when he slid across the front stretch and collected a couple cars there in that incident. So take a look here. Obviously, we're talking Josh Williamson here with that lap 8 incident. Watch the 84 Chase Buck here. He's a slow car. Williamson, I don't know if Buck was trying to dive for the pit road or not, but it just collected Williamson and Yo. They were unfortunately wrong place, wrong time there. It's going to hurt second or first and third in the points. That hurt them big there. They both, obviously neither of them was having a particularly good day to begin with, but that took a pretty big gasp out of their days.
See Angel Olvera just overshoot turn 7. He was really struggling in that machine pretty much this entire race. Obviously, we saw him overshoot turn number 11 later on in the event and spun that thing around. But tough break there for Angel Olvera. Number 75 had a good chance at taking the points lead. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that now after all those mistakes that he made here at Watkins Glen.
So taking a look here, obviously that is a wrap here from Watkins Glen International here today. You got Brock Nelson, Dale Lightning, another Dodge 1-2. Got Dustin Davis, Thomas Lipscomb, Thomas Troxel, first point since Denver, I believe. Alexander Rowe holding on for 6. Bronson Minnick is going to get another points paying position. EEL Racing slowly chipping away back in some points. Angel Olvera is going to come home 8th. That's not going to be enough to close the points gap, so even though Williamson had a bad day, he's still going to leave here, I think, with about a 7 or an 8 point lead. Christopher Alphaby finally gets back into the points. He gets 9th. Davey Johnson rounds out the top 10 here today. Taking a look here through the field, Colton Yo obviously darted a pit road on the last lap. Arthur Xavier also says retired, but he came home 26th. A lot of big names struggling here today at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. A lot of little guys who you haven't seen as much of this year definitely rising to the top. But final thoughts here today. Pretty clean race here at the Watkins Glen International.
Yeah, one of the cleaner ones I think we'll see this weekend. Obviously, we got the Chick-fil-A Cup Series coming up here in less than half an hour over on Fan, so that'll be interesting to see how that all goes down after the rubber was laid down for this one. But, you know, Brock Nelson did an excellent job in this race. Dale Lightning was coming, though. Dale Lightning, I think, had the fastest car at the end of this one. But all in all, great race here, Watkins Glen. And, yeah, we're just getting started. Still a lot more action left to come here in Lake Effect Ice Cream Super Glen Week.
That's definitely, obviously, you know, mid-cap here the Saturday, but you still got another race here today. Got another race here tomorrow. And obviously, still, I think we got the Piston Cup finally back at it here sometime this weekend, of which I haven't been notified of yet. But that does it here for us today. That is going to be final wrap-up here from the BodyArmor 355. And actually, next week, next Saturday afternoon, we head to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Tequila Patron Brickyard 400. That, I guess, what would you say biggest thoughts heading into that race weekend are going to be?
Yeah, Indianapolis, definitely going to be an interesting race. Obviously, the Chick-fil-A Cup Series was there earlier on. I'm sorry, I always refer to the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, but it always gives me a good talking point. We had an excellent race there, raced as a Tipping 400, and I think we'll have another excellent race here in the BodyArmor Cup Series. Obviously, these guys know what they're doing. They ran a very clean race here today in Watkins Glen, but back on the ovals, and same weekend as the Indy 500 as well. So definitely going to be interesting to see how those two races end up relating. But looking forward to next weekend for the Tequila Patron Brickyard 400.
It'll definitely be an exciting one here next weekend. And the 32 laps around that famous 2.5-mile oval. But that does it here for us tonight. On behalf of Napa fan Matt Tuck here, thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next weekend for the Tequila Patron Brickyard 400. Points are after this. Congratulations to Brock Nelson, and we'll see you guys next time.